Welcome to Dynasty Entertainment TV, Ma'at Patahotep, that represents peace in the ancient Kemetic language, in the feminine and masculine expression. My name is the showstopper they call the Grasshopper, and I'm a part of the Superconscious Outlet blog talk radio station on Universal Radio blog talk radio station. I am joined by the Honorable List and my queen, Koshana Kweli Love Jones Dow. She is also a part of Superconscious Outlet. How are you feeling, beloved?
Amazing. I'm feeling really good. There's so much amazing things happening in my life right now, so I'm feeling great.
You feeling great?
I'm feeling
You
great.
know, today I was just at the library. I was just out in the streets and the field, and I was just very happy to be a part of this woman's life. She has been a major influence of positiveness in my life, and she had one of the most profound and illustrious presentations 2 weeks ago from today, November the 15th, and it was dealing with rewiring our minds and that we are the Karas. So I'd like for you, if you don't mind, to go into what you talked about in your presentation. I am the Karas and rewiring the African mind.
Well, with the presentation, the most important thing that I wanted to do was give a scientific explanation for how our thoughts are creating our reality. Many of us who are used to African customs or African traditions, we may be familiar with the saying that thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. So what I wanted to do with my presentation was to give a very strong and tangible understanding for people who are coming into this concept of the science of the mind, and those who have already been studying it, kind of giving us a stronger grip on what we're talking about. So my entire presentation was on neuroscience, actual brain science, things that were verifiable. We talked about neurons and neural networks and things that are creating our reality. But it was a presentation that was given to you from a scientific perspective, and not based on philosophy and not based on religion or spirituality, which I think that was the reason why it had such an impact, because it kind of was something that everyone could understand or vibrate with.
When you talk about scientific perspective, you're talking not philosophizing. You're talking about dealing with the facts, the actual facts, not just relying on one's opinion or rhetoric. You're talking about the facts when you talk about bringing from a scientific perspective. Now, the subtitle is called Rewiring the African Mind, but the title is called I Am the Karas. Where did you come about that title, I Am the Karas?
Well, because I am. I am Christ. I am Christ. I am the Karas. When I went through my awakening about 11 years ago, I was given a mission from my ancestors to come and take my people to heaven. And heaven not meaning necessarily a physical place, but a mental place, a spiritual and mental experience. When I was first given that mission, I had no idea how I would get that done.
Okay.
I didn't even think it was something, I didn't know it was something that was physically possible. But over a course of 10 years, the ancestors began to give me the tools. They began to send me the information that was needed to unlock the minds of our people. And within a 45-minute presentation, I unlocked billions of people that have been waiting for the answers for a long time. You know, they've been searching, and it was something so simple, and it was given to me by the ancestors. So the way I came up with that title was me finally admitting to myself that Christ was me, that it wasn't something outside of me, it was something that was me, which gave me the power to ignite the Christ in other people, because I admitted that to myself. And I think that's one of the primary things for everyone who's going through a God-conscious shift. You're awakening a God energy within your being, is to admit truly, even in front of others, that you are this entity, you are this being, you are the deity. And when you do that, you allow it to take over your being. And it starts to move through you, and it starts to use you for greater purposes.
That's wonderful. When did you, first of all, two-part question, when did you become awakened? And when did you arrive at a thorough knowledge of self from an African center point of view?
I'm still arriving, I think, to a thorough knowledge of self. We are such an amazing mystery that it just continues to unfold. I'm learning things every day that I didn't know before. And when I went through my awakening, like I said earlier, it was about 11 years ago. I was so distraught over the condition of Black people. I was always raised to be religious or spiritual, and I always had a connection to a God energy or entity. Okay. However, I didn't understand why God would allow Black people to suffer at the level that we were suffering at. And because of that question or that idea just sat in my heart for so many years that it forced me to find the answer to why we were going through what we were going through. That sparked my awakening. I wanted to know that there was an energy that loved us, and even though that our reality didn't look like that, I couldn't live with the fact that this God that we've been worshiping all these years couldn't care less about our condition. And that bothered me. And so many people who worship different deities, you worship them because your life is getting better. And we're worshiping something and our lives are not getting better. So I had to ask that question, and just amazingly the ancestors came in and they showed me the truth. Yes. They let me know that I am the deity. That we are creating it. Whether we like what we're creating or not, we're creating it, and that gave me the power that I have now to create my own reality and really be in tune with the universe, really know God, not worship a God outside myself, but actually know God within myself.
Mm-hmm. So it is no difference between the God outside or the goddess. To be clear, outside of us, it is all interpenetrated. It is connected. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And and if you're familiar with the term Ashe, for those of you all who are into the Yoruba traditions, Ashe not only stands for we're in agreement, we're on the same accord, but it also represents the energy that dwells within us that's also connected to the energy outside of us. And that can be along the concept you're talking about as it relates to the God and goddess concept. There is no separation.
There is no separation.
We are a divine expression of that one sovereign spirit, or whatever your deity is, Jah, Jehovah, Shango, Unter, whatever your deity is, it is no separation from you, him, her, or it. Now, this is just a brief synopsis of who you are. We want to know, what do Koshana Kweli teach?
I teach the power and the science of the mind, of the human brain. I actually teach my brothers and sisters how to evolve from a slave conscious being to a God conscious being. And when I use the word God, I'm using that word because that's something that we can all identify with. We all know that there's different names for this concept. What I do know is that this energy doesn't only live outside of you, it lives inside of your being. Whatever name you like to call it. And what I teach you is how to unlock that energy so that it can be an active part of your inner life as well as your external life. So I teach on the human brain, how to tap into it. Your mind is a tool that you can use to create your reality. Just like you use a hammer to nail a picture in the wall, you can use your mind to create your own reality. And I teach you exactly how to do that. And I teach you how to do that immediately, instant manifestation.
Indeed. All right, well, family and friends, you have got a taste of the Honorable Koshana Kweli Love Jones Dow. You're definitely going to hear a lot about her. I am the showstopper you call the Grasshopper, and she is, once again, the Honorable Koshana Kweli Love Jones Dow. And we will be out. You are here tuning in to Dynasty Entertainment TV. Too black, too strong, all day long. It's up.
Ashe.